Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out the investment trading platform called Moomoo. Maybe you're wondering, is this legit? Is this a waste of time? Can you make money with them? Or are there better ways to make money online out there? Let's check it all out, right? On this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So let's see if Moomoo is a good way or is it a big waste of time, right? Now, Moomoo is a very popular trading platform. It's been around for a little while now, right? They've got 23 million global users, which is really, really cool. Okay, and they were first started in Silicon Valley in the US in 2018. They're now available in Singapore, Australia, Japan, Canada, and Malaysia, right? Now, if you're outside of one of these regions, don't worry, hang on till the end of the video. I'm going to show you some other options that actually cover some more bigger markets as well, just in case you're outside of one of these markets, all right? Now, Moomoo, the nice thing about it is that they are a commission-free trading platform, and that's what makes it very, very popular. Okay, so the nice thing about this trading platform, and you know, the problem is there are some trading platforms out there that are very expensive. For example, I did a review on eToro, and eToro was very popular about 5-8 years ago, and they have very, very high fees. Okay, so I don't necessarily recommend eToro. I use them as well. There are a lot of great trading platforms coming out these days where they have basically no fees, because that's kind of the direction of where these trading platforms are moving, right? So if you want to trade US stocks, you want to trade ETFs, options contracts, they are all zero commission. So that's really good. That just saves you a lot of money, especially if you're somebody that is, you know, coming in and out of the market, you're becoming a day trader, which is a bit more advanced, right? You're going to save a lot of money when you trade stocks and funds, okay? If you're a slightly more medium to long-term investor, you know, a few years to, you know, 10, 20, 30 years type of investor, that's more my style, then you'll still save a lot of money even though you're not coming in and out all the time, and that's a nice thing to know, all right? Now, another cool thing about Moomoo, besides the very low fees or no fees at all, is that they've got extended office hours, all right? So basically, if there are late night market movements, you can take advantage of those, which is cool, because a lot of traditional trading platforms, they don't have extended hours. So once the market closes, it closes, and that's kind of it. So you can't really get those moves that you might necessarily want if you're especially a more advanced trader, okay? Now, the other thing that's really cool about it, because it's international, you also have Hong Kong and Chinese stocks available. So if you want to diversify into those markets, it's not only US based, they also have Hong Kong and US listed China shares, which can be really cool, to be honest, if you can get access to some really booming Chinese companies. And we all know that the Chinese market is booming right now, right? It's a cool thing to be able to diversify and get into that action over there as well, all right? Let's check out some of the features, which are really cool. These are just some of them, right? They've got some advanced charting, which is really cool. They've got advanced stock analysis. They've got also level 2 marketing data, which is really cool, right? And they also have things like paper trading as well, all right? So if you want to trade without necessarily spending your own money, but you just want to, you know, test it out, you get $1 million in credit, right? Which is just fake money, okay? So it's just for you to trade without risk, basically. So practice building up your trading skills. You know, they'll give you real-time quotes. It's basically like trading for real. They really do give you, you know, $1 million of fake money, okay? Just to be 100% clear, you get to test your skills as well, and you get to build up from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, and then once you're ready to invest your own money, then you can do that. So paper trading is a cool way to gain those skills as well. Customized portfolios, customized analysis, market data, margin trading, paper trading, you know, all great stuff on Moomoo, okay? So these are the main things with Moomoo, I would say. It's really good, I would say, for beginner investors because it's cheap, right? And it's also really good for advanced traders as well. If you have skills in day trading, then that's really, really cool, all right? They do have a little bit of training on how to use the system, which is nice. So they educate you a little bit. There is that as well. But here are some of the disadvantages of using Moomoo, all right? So a lot of the good stuff I already covered, okay? I think that, you know, whether you're advanced or a beginner, you know, you can't beat no commissions. It's available in some, you know, very big markets. They've done some really great things. They've won certain awards and stuff like that. Very good coverage as well, okay? But there are some disadvantages with Moomoo, okay? One of the disadvantages is that they're not available in every country. They're not available in a lot of European countries, if you think about it. They're also not available in a lot of Asian countries as well. They are available in Malaysia and Singapore and Japan, but that's pretty much it. You know, they're not available in a lot of the other markets as well. So if you're watching this video and you living in one of those other countries, then unfortunately you can't use Moomoo. But don't worry, I'm going to show you some other options in a second. Okay. The other thing as well with Moomoo is that there are no mutual funds. So if you're a little bit more of a basic investor and you want a basket of mutual funds, right? They don't offer mutual funds. It's mainly stocks, ETFs, and options contracts. Options are a little bit more advanced. So if you're a basic investor, this may not be for you, okay? The other thing as well is that just like a lot of trading platforms, the interface can be pretty complex. All right, so you do have to get a little bit used to it. They do show you how to use things, and you can obviously go to YouTube and check out how to do some basic trades and stuff like that. But it is a trading platform, and so it can be a little bit complex for beginners. You just have to get used to that, and that can also be a little bit of a disadvantage, right? Now, one of the major disadvantages I would say to using Moomoo is, unfortunately, they have some pretty bad reviews in terms of their customer service, okay? So I like to use Trustpilot, which is a third-party review company. Now, granted, they don't have that many reviews. It's only 120 reviews, which is quite little, okay? But anything below 4-star on Trustpilot, I think, is quite bad, right? Now, I like to look at the 1 stars and the 5 stars, right? 5 stars is pretty decent, but the 1 stars, it's pretty high as well. It's almost the same as the 5 stars, right? So you've got, you know, 60% of people being really happy with it, and 40% of people that are, well, making reviews anyway, that are complaining about it, and it's pretty high, right? So I like to look at the 1 stars in general. I like to find patterns, and if people are saying the same thing, they're complaining about the same thing, then that's probably a real problem in their business, okay? Now, I'm not going to go through, you know, all of this in detail, but basically what they're saying is that there's 2 main things, all right? The main things are that, number one, the customer service is really bad, okay? So that means that when you email them, a lot of the time you don't hear a response from them, which is actually not a great thing, okay? So they need to beef up their customer service. Globally, they're just not doing a very good job with their customer service, and I don't know if that is a company direction or maybe it's just something that they need to beef up, all right? Another thing is that you know, sometimes when they're technical issues, it is difficult to get in touch with them, which can be a problem, all right? Also, their customer service isn't trained very well. They can be pretty gruff. They're not very polite sometimes, right? But also, you have to understand that right here, it's only 120 reviews. It's not that many. So I think that for the majority of people, it's okay, but they can have these issues of customer service, and that's when people get annoyed and they'll come to Trustpilot and they'll make a negative review, all right? But it is still a very large company. They've still done very, very well overall, but I would say that based on these reviews right here, and there are a few reviews that are saying basically the same things about, you know, total disregard for the customer. They don't get back to you on time. It's very hard to get a hold of them. If you transfer money and there are issues with it, they basically just say, well, just wait, you know, kind of thing. And they're not very polite, essentially. So just be a little bit careful about that. Just understand that you might, you know, fall into that if you decide to use Moomoo. Although I think that, you know, on a day-to-day, if you have no issues, it's a perfectly okay platform and it works perfectly fine, so you can check it out. But if you just want to be careful, I've got 2 other great trading platforms, which, you know, one of them I use personally and the other one I just reviewed, and they're very, very good, okay? The first one is Interactive Brokers. I use them personally. These guys are awesome. I've never had a problem with them. I put a lot of my money through an Interactive Brokers, and they're available in more countries than Moomoo. The other one is Webull as well, which is also very good, very popular. Both of them, 0 commission trading platforms, which I think is really, really cool. So if you want to check it out, then you can check those out, all right? Now, here's the only disadvantage with using a trading platform, all right? You just have to understand that this is investment, all right? So you're going to need your own money in order to invest. And if you're thinking that you can make money fast, well, the problem is you can't with trading unless you are a day trader, and even that does require a little bit of capital, okay? Now, day trading is very risky. Also, it's an advanced skill set. There are very few day traders that do well, and you really have to learn that skill. So just be aware of that. A safer way to do trading is medium to long term. That's what I do. That's 5 to 20 years plus. You buy low, you buy, high yielding stocks. Obviously, you need to do the research and you just hold it for the long term. Unfortunately, not everybody can afford to do that because that doesn't give you any cash flow. That's more, you already got your money and you stick it in there, you wait for the long term, and it just grows, right? The chances that you'll make money that way a lot higher. Sure, you can make some losses, but generally speaking, in the long term, companies always kind of turn around. So there are two different types of strategies, right? And this is certainly not a get rich quick thing, but if you understand that and you've got some capital and you want to invest your own money, then trading stocks, ETFs, options, contracts may be a good way for you to generate some income. I hope you enjoy this review of Moomoo. If you're here watching this video right now, maybe you are looking for a way to generate some big income. Remember, on this channel, I have reviewed hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And out of all the good strategies, I found one strategy that I used really well. In 2019, I used it to quit my full-time job. I have 5 times my old corporate salary. I work full-time from home right now, pretty much at my own time. I think this is a great strategy for beginners or people that haven't really made money online but want to generate big cash flow. I've got a free masterclass on it if you want to check it out. There's a link all the way at the bottom. Hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoyed this review of Moomoo. All the best to you. See you on another video review. Take care.